Welcome to the Future Jam, a spooky tech jam.
Spooky tech jam coming at you from the future jam. It's a spooky tech.
The reason why this is so lame starting out is because this is Alex's 1 year anniversary episode, special episode.
Woo!
So he chose
Mike,
the lamest topic ever, and we went with it. So that's what's going on in this episode.
No, I gave you two options. I said we can either do a whole episode of lima beans, and you said no because you don't like lima beans, or we could do spooky tech because it's the Halloween season, and I can go woo the whole episode.
Well, it's better than what I could have done. I could have just gone through all of our old episodes and done like a best of thing, cut all the best of Alex out, and made one episode of that. But, you know, I thought, I'm like, is there any best ofs?
I actually did do a best of myself, and I'll play it for you now. Amazon's stupid. Can you believe what Apple's doing? This is so lame. Electric cars, new batteries, breakthrough technology in batteries. Can you believe that? Solar power, concrete electricity. Mike, you be crazy. Let's do a quiz. I put that together today.
It's taking you hours to cut all those out.
I went through every episode I recorded with you, and I found the best of.
Hours and hours.
Do you know, I know I'm a guest here, but what would be great is if you went back and found...
I didn't introduce you yet.
Oh, sorry. I'm a ghost.
Will you shut up?
There's a ghost on here. All right, the person who's talking is Pat. He's on our other podcast, Fact Off.
Yeah, they just they left the door open. I just came right in.
Well, we were going to have our favorite guest from the year on, so Nate was like, no, I can't do it, because he's too cool for us now. And so Pat's on.
Yep, number 2 with a bullet.
Well, no, Mike's friend Tyler said no, and then my mom said no, and then they're like...
There was an old guy with wisdom in his eyes, just sitting at the pub, talking to Mike. He said no.
So all these people said no to this spooky tech jam. So I guess this episode we're going to each share what we think is the spookiest of tech. I don't know.
Scary
tech?
tech?
Yeah, this is just a fun episode.
Tech that scares the crap out of you.
Yeah. They're like the guy who comes to your house when you're constipated and says, boo! And you go to the bathroom.
Guys, I'll be right back.
No, it's just my 1 year. I didn't feel like doing any reading, so we're just going to have fun.
And what is scarier than having Alex on a podcast for a whole year?
Yeah, so Alex definitely taking the week off, but he wants to make everybody listen to it.
Well, and to be fair, it's going to be a slow news week, because what? Google Pixel information got announced, Apple's having a big press conference today, and everybody's doing stuff. We'll all cover it next week.
Yeah, we'll get back to our normal programming next week. This week is a spooky celebration. So,
woo!
All right, Alex, since you set this up, what's your spooky tech?
Well, I have one that I've seen in movies or ones in real life. Which one do you want?
It doesn't matter. Bring it.
I will start with real life. I find creepy and spooky, like the Neuralink stuff that Elon Musk is working on, like people trying to connect their brains to computers. I understand to help people, but it's like the next step that they want, where they want you can hook your brain up to computers to help you remember more stuff and things like that, and to kind of live forever in this digital realm that a lot of people want to rich crazy guys want to do. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think it's spooky as well. I think this has been covered in a lot of movies and stuff, where people do this, and I don't know why you'd want to do it, because there's no proof that you're actually moving your consciousness over to a machine or something like that. To me, I've always thought of it as you would be moving your brain over as a copy. So it's not really you; it's just a copy of you. So you're still dying, but a copy of you is living on. So it's kind of sure, you wrote a book about yourself, but that's not really you.
But would an algorithm be able to apply your opinions on things? Because the 2047 Philadelphia Eagles need to know. I guess I would hopefully live longer than 2047. 2147.
What? I'm sure if they studied your personality enough, they could figure out like what you would do, say, do, that type of thing. But
Yeah, but I think this is for like a lot of rich people, like rich and powerful people. I think this is like the next like fountain of youth where they think they want to kind of live forever. They want to admit this. They want to live forever, and they see this as a way like, oh, I can live forever in my mind in this computer, but I just don't think it would work like that.
The beauty of life is that it's finite.
And also the scary thing about life
Is that it's finite. Oh my God, stop doing that.
No, I just think like, and like because like a lot of talk about like, oh, improve brain power, like remembering more stuff and more all this stuff. I don't think man is meant to remember everything. I think your brain works the way it does for a reason.
Memories were made to be forgotten.
I mean, all you need to know is what's in the Webster's dictionary. So if you memorize that, then you're good to go.
Mike knows every definition of every word, Pat. Ask him a word. He can tell you the definition.
Jump.
To leave the ground with your legs.
Pretty good.
You got
you there.
But that's what I had. I don't like it. I don't see the point of it. I do see the point like to help people that have had brain injuries or strokes and things like that, help them regain some cognitive abilities. But after that, like for your own personal gain, I think it's spooky and can be bad.
Yeah, from 500 years from now, we don't want to hear that Mark Zuckerberg's still running Facebook somehow.
Well, like, do you want like your legacy? Like, if you were like a good person and you put your brain in the computer, like your computer brain makes a bad decision to turn us to your legacy. Well, that's what he would have done if he was really alive. His computer did that.
So you're worried about a computer that's taking over your identity, maybe making a mistake and tarnishing your legacy.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but yeah.
Got you there.
Whoa. No, like, Elon Musk buys like a Chevy Bolt or something like that in his afterlife. And that's not like him to get a competitor's electric vehicle.
He would never do that in life.
I always admired this vehicle and never would buy it. Well, because would your mind computer have feelings or just know what you know? Like, would it have like shame and guilt and like knowing to make the right decision, or would it be too computerized where it's making the right decision like off like equations and algorithms and all instead of the emotional decisions?
Yeah, will it have all of my insecurities? I really want to pass them on.
Yeah.
So this has gotten really deep, and it's supposed to be like a pretty.
That's what makes it spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like what your mind is just one thing because people think with 3 parts of their bodies: the mind, the heart, and the penis. And
true.
Those are the no, but like I don't
what
like
about
how that
people
would
who don't have penises?
the metaphorical penis, Mike.
Okay.
Come on,
The
catch up.
penis that's inside our hearts.
Yeah, to the penis inside all of us.
Okay.
You guys go with your spooky tech.
I can go. I have my spooky tech.
All right. Hit us
All right.
up.
Deep fakes. I'm sure you guys have talked about this before, but deep fakes.
That was on my list.
Yeah, deep fakes are going to be the cause of the next like world war. Is going to be because of deep fake technology. It's just terrifying. It's just like we already don't have faith in any sort of media, really. Not 100%, and then it's just going to take someone with a really good deep fake of like President Biden or whoever the president is talking trash about, China, and then it's just going to escalate very quickly.
You don't think that people are going to be able to pick up on that? Like, obviously fake. Like, why would a president release like this information? And
you know how many dumb people believe like the deepfakes that Obama had going around? They were clearly fake. And like, oh, you see, he said this. People want to believe what they want to believe, and these deepfakes give them the ammunition to believe it.
I think it would fuel like this weird culture. Part of our culture that's like obsessed with conspiracy theories and that sort of thing. It would definitely give fuel to the fire for them, and I'm sure there'd be tons of people like trolling them and like feeding them and stuff like that. So Yeah, I could see it from that angle, but I don't see many like people falling for it that are like pretty well informed.
I don't know, when technology is that good.
Yeah, the technology is getting good. The preventions for it have to catch up. And that's what a lot of agencies are working on.
Well, my fear isn't that like some troll on the internet or some kid somewhere makes a video that people think is real. My like fear is that the government uses this to like you know, get us to do something we wouldn't normally do, or like to convince us of something, that sort of thing, or like another government. So like tools, like a weapon, like a, because governments and already use like the media as a weapon to begin with. So I could see this being used as one of their arsenal.
So you're agreeing it's spooky?
Yes, in the right hands, it's dangerous. Yeah.
Oh, so I win. There you go. I just scared Mike.
Yep.
How do you feel, Alex?
I scared Mike too. When I said I would do the Future Jam with him a year ago, and he's like, "This is gonna bomb."
Mike was trying to pull a producers where he would make a podcast so bad no one would listen to it, and he got Alex on it to tank it on purpose. And now the ratings are through the roof.
Yeah, I'm on the hook for millions of dollars. I bet against myself and lost. Isn't that like what happened in the producers?
That's exactly what
Yeah, it
happens in
is.
the producers.
I'm surprised Vegas took that bet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. They did
What about
not
you, Mike?
see the future on that one. So,
I get it because it's a Future Jam.
yes.
What's yours?
All right. So, yeah, I'll do my spooky tech. Mine is smart home cameras, like the cameras you have in your house. Well, pretty much a lot of people have them in their house. I don't really care about the doorbell cameras as much because that's pointing outside my home. Not super spooky on that one. Like, I don't care what my neighbor, like a camera sees my neighbors, oh no, or my bushes, oh no. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that aspect.
Mike's got a nice bush.
Yes, I was not talking about that, but no, it's smart home cameras, and I actually found quite a few stories of people actually experiencing issues or like having issues with their smart home cameras and such. So, in 2018, a South Carolina mother awoke one morning to find a baby camera was pointed at her while she was sleeping, and she, like anybody would think, they assumed that maybe her husband was checking up on her while he was at work or something like that. So, kind of put it to the back of her mind. She didn't think of it. And then while they're downstairs eating dinner one day, they got a notification on their app, and basically it said like, "Hey, somebody, like your camera's being moved." I guess it's like a security feature built into these apps. And both the husband and wife were down there at dinner, so both of them are like, we're not moving the camera ourselves. So they look at it, and the camera's moving from the baby bassinet to where the mother would usually like lay on the bed to like breastfeed. So they're kind of obviously freaked out a little bit, but maybe they thought it was a glitch at that time. So they didn't completely understand it fully until it kept happening, and then they realized they were hacked. So, that's something that's pretty spooky, and it's
Wait, someone was in their house moving it?
No, it's all these like baby monitors are like now through like Wi-Fi and all, so people can hack them. A lot of them have like the security code that you like scan, like the one we had, like you scan the bottom of like the device, then you scan like your phone, like with your phone, it would only connect to that phone. But I don't know if the technology is like that good that it's not not unhackable, I guess.
Yeah.
But like you see occasional stories about it, and it is creepy.
Yeah, most of the time it's like a password, like you gave somebody your password or somebody guessed your password. You didn't have like two-factor authentication turned on where you have to log in with your phone and a password. I found one with a baby monitor where a Seattle couple said that their kid, basically the 3-year-old kid, told him like, "Hey, a voice told me that they loved me in the middle of the night," and the couple didn't. You don't necessarily believe your kid.
We never told you we loved you.
And they noticed that the camera would like be moving around a little bit as well. And later on, they actually heard the voice come from the baby monitor. So stuff like that happens, and it's just creepy. You have all these devices in your home, and you could end up having no control over them whatsoever.
This is terrifying.
I've been on the record for a lot. Like, I just don't like the smart home stuff in general. Like, I'm not a big... I know I have an Echo, but that's, like, the only one we have.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not big on all those. Because, they are, like, they do monitor your stuff. Even, like, the slightly... Like, if it sounds like it's coming on, it records for a while it's on. Like, and, like, they're constantly pushing more and more stuff. Like, we talked about, like, Amazon having that computer... Like, the robot that will fly around with, like, a screen on it.
Yeah.
I just don't trust any of that stuff. I don't trust being, like, watched. Like, I want to scratch myself in the privacy of my own home knowing no one's watching me.
Yeah, it's surprising how many people would just willingly put cameras and stuff like that in their home.
It's convenience.
Yeah, it is convenient, but I guess if I put one in, I probably wouldn't put one into a room where, like, I would be changing or, something along those lines.
Yeah, but what you do, like, nude Tuesdays in your house where you just walk around nude the whole time.
Well, that's why I only have a doorbell camera, Alex. I don't go out to get the mail that way. My final one, Alex, is there was actually a couple over a 24-hour period of time they were terrorized, and they said that they came home and their thermostat was up to 90 degrees, and they didn't. I don't know why they didn't see that as a red flag right away, but they thought they thought it was a glitch, and then their smart home speakers started, like, playing profane music. I think it was Nickelback, probably, but not 100% sure.
Look at these photographs.
That's even creepier.
The hackers started talking to him over the speakers. So, that was over a 24-hour period of time. So that basically in that case, like, all their smart home stuff had been taken over. So
I need to go change all my passwords.
Yeah, it's Amazon and, like, all these home tech companies. They make you think you need this. Like, oh, it's going to make your life so much easier and all. And, how your life is already so hard to begin with. Like, you need this. It's going to... And, like, life's not that hard.
My life's super difficult.
But they make you need... Like, you think you need this. But you're not thinking about, like, the long runs of having all this technology in your house.
Yeah. Well, some of it's useful. Like, having a garage door opener that you can open and close from your phone. That's useful, I feel like. And some of them, I guess you just have to weigh the pros and cons and find out if it's, like, worth it to you. And a lot of these devices you buy, you might like some of the features, but not all of them. A lot of them have, like, hardware switches on them where you could turn off the camera or turn off the, like, microphone. And those hardware switches are basically, like, cutting that off completely where there's no way of the camera or the microphone getting connection. So yeah, they're building certain things into them to make it a little bit more secure, but I don't know how many people would turn those things off.
Probably not many.
Did you guys see the trailer for the new Scream movie?
No.
The girl has, like, the auto locks on the door, and the person keeps unlocking the door, and she's, like, trying to lock it, and it's like, doors unlocked, doors locked, doors unlocked. And then the killer gets in and kills her.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
I thought the doors were going to stay locked.
It's in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I
it's
don't watch
the Drew Barrymore
trailers.
character that dies at the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
So, Alex, you told me earlier you brought a quiz in, so...
Yes! We're going to have a quiz. Short Future Jam episode. You guys are excited for Halloween?
Yeah, I am.
This quiz is all about Halloween.
Ooh, let's go.
Halloween.
Before I got yelled at by Mike at the beginning of the episode for talking before my name was said, I was going to say we should actually look into getting a supercut of all of Alex's songs that he sings.
Not many. I should sing more. All the feedback says is you have a heavenly voice, you should sing more.
I've never gotten any feedback according to
that. You don't see when I re-listen to the episodes, I write myself handwritten notes saying, "You're doing a great job singing. Keep singing." I have them all at my cubicle at work. I have them. I took down all the pictures of my kids and I put those notes up that I've written to myself.
That's in your cubicle. I don't go to your cubicle anymore. I don't view that.
Didn't you hack into his baby monitor at his cubicle?
Yeah, Alex. You have a video baby monitor. Aren't you a little bit creeped out about this?
No.
You're just lecturing all of us on like not having all this smart tech, and he has a video baby monitor.
Yeah. I don't like it, but I need to watch my kids sleep.
Yeah. You just use a string and some cans, honestly.
That's true. Alright. So this is a Halloween quiz. So question 1. Pat, you're the guest. You can go first. Question 1. What came first? These two spooky books. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein or Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Ooh, they both seem old, but I'm going to go with Mary Shelley.
Mike?
I'm going with Bram Stoker's, even though it doesn't sound like a real name.
That's his name, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
It's probably a made-up name.
And Pat with 2 T's gets the point.
Hey, there you go.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein or the modern Prometheus, I guess that's another name for it, was written in 1818. She started writing it when she was 18 and was finished when she was 20. Dracula by Bram Stoker was published in 1897. I didn't realize they were that far apart. He named the character Dracula because he thought it meant devil in Romania. And now there's some people believe that it's like it was mostly Romanian folklores or Transylvanian folklores. People say it's like Vlad the Impaler and all. But like they looked at it, like all his notes. He has like hundreds of pages of notes, and he doesn't really reference any historical figure. So, who knows who he made it on? Okay, now this one I know neither one of you guys like candy, but it's a candy question.
Man,
What came first, the Kit Kat bar or the Reese's peanut butter cup?
I'll let Mike go first.
I'll say the Kit Kat bar.
I'm going to go, just so Mike can't catch up to me, Kit Kat bar.
Good move by Pat, because it is not the Kit Kat bar. Damn. Read that wrong. The Reese's peanut butter cup debuted November 15th, 1928, the year I was born, by H.B. Reese, a former dairy farmer and shipping foreman for Milton Hershey. To get his company up and running, Milton Hershey donated him chocolate.
Oh, nice.
You ever go to Hershey, Pennsylvania? There's like the Hershey Museum, and it's all about Hershey. And that's how he kind of wanted to build this town. So like another factory would be good for the town of Hershey. So he gave him money to get his business started.
I'd rather be live my life with baby kneecaps than eat a Hershey's chocolate bar.
Spoiler alert for the people that haven't listened to the fact off yet.
Wait, you don't like Hershey candy bars?
Nah, don't get them started.
What, do they got some like dumb alternative in Cincinnati?
No, it's a European candy's better.
Too rich for my blood.
It's an American podcast in America land.
Yeah. I sing the song that the cows sing at Hershey Park. They go, Hershey milk chocolate. It's the milk chocolate.
My only complaint about Hershey is in the commercials, they don't do the Hershey Park Happy theme anymore. Hershey Park Happy. Hershey Park Fun. There's
so many things. I forgot what the rest is.
But the other Kit Kat came out August 29th, 1935.
It's pretty close.
Originally was called Round Cheese Chocolate Crisp and renamed Kit Kat in 1937.
Good choice.
Okay, so no one got the point on that one. Okay, what came out first? The Monster Mash by Bobby Boris Pickett or It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Sorry.
Start over. Can we do the whole podcast over? Alex messed up. So it's my turn to go.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
I'm doing the Monster Mash just because it seems like an older song.
Looks like Mike was working in the lab late one night to get that point. Damn. Mike is right. Monster Mash came out in 1962, charted to number 1 that year.
I got a question, though. Whatever happened to his Transylvania twist?
Now the mash. Now the monster.
Oh, so they just took the same dance and they...
Yeah. Just renamed it. It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown came out in 1966. It was nominated for an Emmy. That's all I have.
Yeah, how many Emmys did your precious Monster Mash win, Mike?
40. It won every Emmy category that year, surprisingly. They're like, it's just a song. We're like, we don't care. It's so good.
So, real quick, this is so silly. My dad will like this. But have you ever heard of Boo Berry, Frankenberry, and Count Chocula?
Yes, of course.
So they recently re-released like a mega cereal with all the cereals in one box. And on the back, you can like scan a code, and it takes you to a website that has a fake documentary about all the monsters getting back together and trying to re-record Monster Mash. It's amazing. It's actually really funny. You guys should all check it out.
That out.
I will not be buying this big Frankenstein box of terrible cereal.
Back to candy. Is that what you guys wanted? What came out first? Starburst or Skittles? Mike, your turn. You go first.
I feel like Starburst has to be older.
Starburst seems too complicated to make. I'm going to go Skittles.
Mike stuck to his gut, and he is correct.
I'm losing now?
Yep, down 2-1.
How many more questions?
1.
Oh, no, he's going to pick the same thing as I picked.
But it's an open-ended essay question.
Oh, good. So. How many words do I get?
Has to be at least 100 words.
Oh, I'm out.
Starburst was founded in 1960 by Mars, originally named Opal Fruits. In 1967 in the U.S., it was called M&M Fruit Chewies. Later in the 60s, renamed Starburst.
Ooh.
I always thought they were kind of like M&Ms a little bit, so that makes sense.
What, Starburst?
Starburst ones, I was picturing that maybe there was a battle between two brothers, and one started the Starburst and one did the Now and Laters, and they had a big fight and broke off.
Yeah, Now and Laters suck.
Yeah, he might get the Starburst now, but I would win later or something like that.
All right, next question. Let's just get the next one.
Skittles. Hey, I'm not done with my fact about Skittles. It was founded in 1974 by a British company. Its name comes from a sport of the same name. This is like a lawn game, and it's kind of like bowling. It says it's like a predecessor of the bowling.
Lawn darts?
No, Skittles.
Oh. So it's both a snack and a game.
Yeah, that's what they named it after.
So, like, if you ask somebody for Skittles, you don't know what they're going to bring you. Like, they could bring you a whole lawn game set or, like, a bag of tasty treats.
Yes, I am hungry. Bring me Skittles. I wanted the game to play.
So, wait, Starburst were called Chewy M&Ms, yet Skittles that look like Chewy M&Ms were called Skittles after a game?
No, Starburst were not called Chewy M&Ms.
Skittles were
M&M
called Fruit Chilies. No, you're not. No, Pat was right.
Yeah.
Starburst were called Chewy M&Ms?
Yeah, they were originally Opal Fruits because they were both owned by the Mars company.
See, that's why I
released them in the U.S.
I was confused.
How are Starburst anything like a M&M? It doesn't make sense at all.
Up until 2005, M&Ms were square.
Okay.
It's one of those weird things we all forgot.
I'll let Pat win this one because I hate that fact that.
Wait, you hate a fact?
Yes.
I didn't know that was possible.
Okay, number 5. This is the easy one. What came out first? Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, or Halloween?
Ooh, 3-way. I'm going to go with Friday the 13th. No, Nightmare on Elm Street. Wait, Halloween. No, Nightmare on Elm Street. Final choice.
Wait, this is a 3-way?
Yeah. Yep.
You should make them all 3 ways.
Nightmare.
Why?
Nightmare on Elm Street. They're just more facts he has to like look up and write down.
Never mind. I changed my mind. So once you pick Nightmare, I pick Friday the 13th.
You guys are dumb. Halloween.
Oh.
Halloween was a game changer. Came out on October 25th, 1978. Considered the original slasher movie.
Oh, I watched the sequel the other day. Halloween Kills.
Friday the 13th came out May 9th, 1980. And Nightmare on Elm Street, November 6th, 1984.
Fun fact.
Man, I ain't close.
About Halloween, I always thought Michael Myers from the comedy movies was also the same Michael Myers from the Halloween movie.
Yes.
True story. No one's ever seen them in the same room at the same time, so.
That is true. Yeah, so Mike is the big winner of our spooky Halloween quiz. Woo!
This is the last time I'll ever be on this show.
First time I've come back winning in a while. I think I lost 2 in a row.
Yeah. I tried to do, like, who invented the jack-o'-lantern and stuff like that, and, like...
God.
No, like, dates, you know?
I have a feeling that lightning struck one day, and, yes, the jack-o'-lantern appeared.
Jack-o'-lanterns come from Ireland, and they would carve, like, potatoes and spuds and stuff like that.
Wow, there must
Bobbing
be very
for-
bored.
Bobbing, like, Halloween itself, I think, is based on Celtic traditions of Samhain. Bobbing for apples was, like, a Roman/English thing when they combined. So, but that's a Halloween quiz. What's everybody's favorite Halloween movie?
I mean, I know mine. Anybody else want to go?
Yeah, it's Ernest Scared Stupid. Greatest Halloween movie of all time.
He never learned when to quit. Mine is, and it's maybe recency bias, but I've watched them so many times since they've come out, is the new two It movies, It and It Chapter 2. I think they're perfect movies. Watch them over and over again.
Still need to see the second one.
It's great.
It's a snooze fest.
What?
It's like one movie's good and the other one's like, why did you even make this movie? That's how I feel about the It.
Because, like, the book is 2 parts.
Is there a third book or no?
No.
No, it's just that's how the story is told.
I was hoping they'd finally redeem it and like actually make a third movie that would fix. You know,
When they come back as, like,
because a
senior
lot of times
citizens.
there's a trilogy and like the third movie ends up being better than the second one because the second one like stinks. But
Well, I think they did make a third one. It's called Bubba Hotep. And,
Okay.
That movie's great.
Bubba Hotep is a phenomenal movie. You ever see that, Mike?
no, I don't think
It's
so.
it's Bruce Campbell, and this ancient mummy thing is attacking a nursing home, and he's a guy who thinks he's Elvis, and his best friend in the nursing home is this black guy who thinks he's JFK, and they're fighting a mummy together. And it's actually a really, like, the premise is super silly, but it's actually a really good movie. It really, like, heartwarming.
It's a good movie. It's funny.
Yeah, I can't really. I'm not a huge into like slasher movies or anything like that. Any horror movie would be considered a Halloween movie? Like what's
Yeah.
Yeah, any horror
scary movie.
movie, really.
It's hard to find like an actual truly scary movie though.
Ernest Scared
Hocus
Stupid.
Pocus.
Yeah,
Hocus Pocus.
maybe
How'd
The
you get
Witch.
that from?
I'm going with The Witch just because it's not
Yeah.
like your average horror movie. It's kind of like more of a cerebral thing.
A cerebral assassin.
So yeah, I'll go with that one.
What? I've never heard of this witch.
Must be the season of the witch.
It's like one of those movies where like you either love it or hate it. So if you get what they're going for, then yeah, you might like it. But yeah, it's hard to recommend. You know, it's not like one of those like easy to watch movies.
Yeah, that's all I have.
So all right, yeah, that's the Future Jam for this week. Thanks, Alex, for being with us for a whole year.
It's been
That
the
whole
best
year's
year of my
gone
life.
pretty fast. I guess COVID time. COVID basically makes time like stand still. I think.
But how did they go by so fast? If it's standing still.
Oh God, you're right. You're right. Well, you can find us at the Future Jam on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We'll catch you next week with the Apple news, the Pixel news, and I think there's a couple other things we probably missed from this week, but you know, it doesn't matter. Alex gets a whole week off because it's his year anniversary. And thanks for joining us, Pat. You can catch, if you like Pat on this episode, who doesn't? Like, of course, you probably would. You can catch him on the Fact Off podcast every week.
Thanks, Mike.
You would.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Okay, let's
Happy
just end
anniversary,
this.
Alex. Keep up the good work. I'll see you next year.
Bye.